Hello there, my lovely darkling. It's your glamour goal guide to ascension back with another video. And today I want to talk about non-judgment. What does it mean to suspend all judgments? A download I had very recently that I'll explain later. So something happened very recently for me. It was around last week on my birthday, 3/3, portal day. And as I was taking my usual nature walk, getting some sun, getting some air, some earth, and some water, and some ether, I noticed that when there were people walking by me, as they should, on the trails, I had judgments popping up. When I was very conscious, present, mindful, and aware of my thoughts, I was having judgy thoughts. I was thinking, oh, why are they on here? I want to be alone on this trail. I was thinking, oh my God, do they have to come this way? Dang, they brought their dog too. All that type of stuff. Things that I should be very happy and grateful for. Other people enjoying nature with me. Other people being grateful for this beautiful space. Other people also tending to their holistic health by getting this earth, air, sun, and water. And when I noticed that, I realized that it wasn't them that was making me feel upset. It wasn't them that were in the wrong for being in the park. And it wasn't them that was making me feel that way. What are my judgments trying to tell me? What are my judgments trying to tell me? And when I analyzed that, I realized it came from a place of non-safety, not feeling like I'm safe, not feeling like I'm secure in relatively safe areas, or feeling like people are the enemy, or that people are out to get me, or that I'm going to be harmed in whatever way, especially as a little lady out in the woods. And once again, once I realized that not only did I have judgments, but that these judgments came from me and me only, not these people, I got a download. I got a intuitive message straight from divine telling me to suspend all judgments, perceive this situation with love. I repeat, suspend all judgments, perceive this situation, person, or thing with love. And once I received that message, once I heard that, I noticed that not only was it me that was having these judgments, but what part of me was judging? What part of my being is doing the judging? Because my spirit self, my goddess self, my higher self is not judging these people, is not judging this situation or these things. My higher self wants me to enjoy nature, to enjoy the fruits of God's labor, to enjoy the sun rays, the nutrients that I'm receiving from being outside, the beauty, the harmony of all that I'm looking at, from the trees to the leaves, the grass, all those types of things. Instead of soaking it all in and allowing it to imprint in my DNA, every time I saw a person, I was thrown out of presence to create judgments. That is not the real me. The real me is not judging these people. It is my ego mind, my human mind, my monkey mind. And that is okay. As soon as I got that download, I realized that it is okay. It is okay for me to have judgments. However, it is okay to not have judgments. And now that I have worked through the feelings of safety when it came to that situation, so that I can go on the path, go on the trail in my local state park, and not feel like I have to look over my shoulder, not feeling like other people do not belong there, not feeling like I have to be the only one in the park in order to make this situation valid, doing what I'm actually supposed to be doing anyway. So I say all this to remind us that our judgments are usually unnecessary. Of course, we have our judgments, we have our opinions, we have our certain beliefs to keep us safe. That is what the ego is for. The ego is designed to keep us immersed in this experience, this 3D physical experience, so that we don't jump off of a cliff and like pass on. So that we take our body seriously, so that we can preserve ourselves. And there's nothing wrong with self-preservation. However, we don't always have to be in survival. We don't always have to be in survival. And that's where our overthinking comes into play, our anxiety comes into play, our judgments and harsh opinions and harsh criticisms that have nothing to do with other people come into play. And that's why the saying that I mentioned earlier, suspend all judgments, perceive this situation with love, person or thing, whatever situation fits best. It reminded me that I have been judging and criticizing unnecessarily towards myself and to others. It is okay to not always have an opinion on everything. It is okay to release the labels, release the titles, release the category that you're placing on a certain situation in order to preserve yourself, because that's what it all comes down to. We want to judge this person, place, or thing because we want to feel safe. And if we feel safe, then we are being preserved. We are surviving another day. But it is not always necessary. It doesn't mean that we see somebody who is possibly a potential threat and turn a blind eye to it. No, you take your necessary precautions. But at the same time, we don't always have to be restricted and constricted and guard ourselves at every moment. Think about how restrictive that feels, how tight that feels, how icky that feels. We are supposed to be open. We are supposed to be in faith. We are supposed to be trusting to a certain extent. Of course, we have to use our discernment. We have to use our right judgment. But a lot of the time, discernment and judgment are not the same thing. Discernment is weighing out being discriminating in a healthy way. But judging is placing a title or a label or a category on something, usually unnecessarily. A lot of our judgments are not even informed. A lot of our judgments are not even informed. So it is okay to be neutral about something. It is okay to accept a situation as it is rather than resisting it by labeling it as bad or negative or bleh. Once again, it is okay for us to suspend judgment. It is okay for us to be neutral about certain things, actually a lot of things. It is okay not to have an opinion on everything, because where does a lot of our opinions get us? To a place of resistance. We may not want to try something because we heard something bad about it, that someone said that. We probably tried something out once, and now that whole group of people, that whole sports team, that whole food group is bad. That's where our opinions get us. That's where our harsh judgments get us. It gets us into being restricted. It gets us into being limited. It gets us into being eventually very, very resistant to living life to its fullest extent. It even limits you from being authentic in a lot of ways. So once again, I'm going to end this by saying, suspend all judgment and do your best to perceive a situation with love. And love not being sucking its toes or licking its neck or giving it a back rub. It means truly accepting a person, place, or thing as it is. And if you find yourself being judgy without reason, if it's difficult for you to find the source of your judgments and ways to break that cycle, I would love to give you a reading. And you can book with me at madammystikanoir.com or click the link in the description. So now we reach the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. Much love, and until next time, my lovely darkling. Bye-bye.